Welcome back, Sunday Society, to 2025.
Holy cow.
Is
That's
it
crazy.
Our first? Yeah.
Yeah. This is our first episode of 2025. Welcome.
Yeah.
She came in.
Let's be quiet and let's not mess with anything.
Yeah, everyone just stay calm. Stay freaking calm. So today we're going to kind of reflect on 2024.
Yes.
Because she was a beast.
Oh,
She was a beast. And
the worst.
she was. And I actually did this thing that I said I was going to do. I made my little recap cup where, like, in here there's some things where I was like, I wrote down 3 things I was thankful for that week or that day. Sometimes I wrote down when something good happened. There's probably going to be things in here that might not still be good or, still be happening. But I'm excited to dig into 2024 with the Sunday Society and with you.
Yes.
So let's grab our coffee, get comfy, and let's take back Sunday.
So, Bianca, let's start with you. What was January like for you?
I literally
2024.
I have nothing down
for
January. I don't remember. She doesn't exist.
Okay. Well,
What sparked my memory? What happened in January? Did we do that llama painting class in this January?
it was December.
It was December.
It was December of
Okay.
22.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
23.
23.
I was like 22. Okay.
It was December of 23.
Like, I think I missed a whole year somewhere, but it's whatever. It's fine.
So January for me wasn't very significant, except for that my nephew Kane was born.
That's right.
And I was at the hospital up until delivery and just
Mhm.
trying to be supportive to my brother and Michelle. And it was just, it was a lot of good feels, welcoming
We love little
the
babies.
second nephew, because we have all these kids and they're mostly older.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a batch of 3 boys to be born. Ryder was born in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kane came in right after the new year in 2024.
And then Rhett not too long after
Yeah.
that. Lots of boys.
Yes.
Lots of boys. Not new Ratliff boys to
Yeah.
carry on that name. Well, I don't remember January.
Maybe
I know that
we
I
were
was
just like in a funk at that point with the
Maybe.
winter blues. I don't really remember
Maybe.
much.
I don't remember what we talked about. I don't think we were on a break.
Do you remember what we did for New Year's Eve last year?
Mm-mm.
We hung out at the house and we played the New York New Year's Eve for the kids, and they thought it was New Year's.
Yes.
And early,
An
so we could
hour
all
early.
go to bed. Because I was exhausted.
And who was it that kept saying drop the bomb? Was that Brinley? She's like, when are they going to drop the bomb?
And I was like, oh.
Keep her out of the airport.
Oh.
I do remember that. That was fun. That was fun. And then the year before, everybody was out of town, and me and Time were babysitting and watching
There
the kids.
was snow, I think, and I was at a conference.
Yes.
And you guys threw the kids the most amazing New Year's Eve party.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And you will be here this year for New Year's Eve. You might not make it back
from
your trip, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess technically this will come out right after that. So
yeah.
Who knows? Well, you'll follow us on Facebook and you'll find out if Hannah made it back from her trip or not by then. I know I was going through the fertility treatment still.
Yeah.
And starting to have some
When
issues.
was your surgery?
September
of
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely, because I took you and you had that surgery, and I couldn't remember if it was the beginning of 24 or end of 23. So, okay, that makes sense.
Yep. I think I just started, and it didn't go as well, and then February I have nothing because I think those months are just so blurred for me from all that. But,
yeah. It was a hard time for you.
Yeah.
February, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And we had I got to spend time with the 2 kids and Zach and Neil and Kevin and Nick and Tyler all down at Power and Light.
That's right.
And watching the parade and waiting for it to come by. And then the shooting happened.
Yeah.
Down at Union Station. And that was just really hard on our entire community.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was sad.
Man, the start of 24, man, she came in like a lion.
Yeah.
She did not come in kindly.
And I'm telling you, it was like premonition of what the year was to come.
It had
it's been
to be.
It was a rough year. So.
It really was. It was. And so like then March, I had my birthday, but that was when I think I had my last fertility treatment. And I don't know that I ever gave like an official update of what happened, like why I've stopped treatment, but essentially you know what happened. But like they had me taking a lot of hormones, and when you do that, your body can gain weight. And I gained over the threshold that they want for before they do like procedures. And they just told me like the day of my ultrasound to see like if, because I had to take a steroid, I had to take like
amount of meds,
double amount of everything, and they didn't even do the ultrasound. She came in and she's like, well, you weigh too much. And I never went back. And that's that. And I have one vial left, and I just don't know if I'll use it. I'm just to the point where it's like, I think that chapter can be done. And if it happens for me naturally, that would be wonderful. And I'd be, of course, thrilled. But if not, my life is pretty great right now as it is. So yeah, that's that.
So, did you have anything else for March?
No. My birthday.
So March for us was Ryder was baptized. And so we all went up to Iowa and had a family trip, which was really nice just to have like the majority of our family together.
Because it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And so we had, nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters and grandparents all in the house and just spending time together. It was a lot of fun. So that was kind of, I think, the start for me of what was most important in 2024. So March kind of really hit on that. And then Brinley was on our podcast before we started recording.
Oh, that's right.
I heard it all from her today, by the way. When do I get to be on the podcast? Girl, you were.
Ma'am, you've
she was
already
like,
been on
not
it.
when you were in the videos.
Well, I actually have that on here as something that happened just this year, Brinley. So cool your jets, girl.
It was March that she went on our podcast.
Oh, that's right.
And then Adeline was baptized in March.
Oh,
and so we got to go up north and experience that with her. And that was
a big month for you guys.
It was a big month, yes.
I love that. Also, guys, I'm sorry if I sound stuffy. I am. I am stuffy.
It's the time of the
season.
Year. Yeah.
I am,
'Tis the season.
I'm a sniffly person anyway.
Yeah.
As Hannah has pointed out before, so it is what it is. I sniffle.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, well,
Bianca sounds like she snorts cocaine on the daily.
It's true. I don't know. It's like it's just something I do. I've always got snot dripping down my nose.
We need to get her into an ENT.
No, I refuse because I'm not doing that surgery.
Oh,
I've heard horror stories about when they take that gauze out when you're done. Yeah. No, thank you. I'd rather just sniffle. So for April, I put down track meets because I think that's when we started going to those track meets.
We were track meet moms.
It was
and
so
we had
much fun.
So much fun. Let me tell you, those track meets are so stinking long
for no reason.
4 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my gosh. What was it? Carrollton?
Oh,
that we were there forever. I was like,
I was starting to freeze and I was like,
I was in shorts. I wore shorts and it got like 40 degrees. Yeah. It was so chilly.
But it was a lot of fun, and Corbin really excelled at track, and it was awesome to watch him.
Yeah. I hope that he does it again this year.
Me too.
It was fun to watch.
Me too.
It was fun to watch and support him. That's all I have for April.
I just put work trip to Utah. I had went to Utah. Right. I'd never been to Utah, so I got to see the mountains out there and just kind of experience the area and also kind of the Mormon people. That's not something that I have really ever experienced. Yeah. And I thought it was really neat when we were in Utah, like so there's all of these deep valleys and and mountains were surrounding you like almost like you were in a bowl.
Yeah.
But there were these churches and you would see them like miles and miles away, and they had really tall steeples, and I guess that was so that no matter where you are, that you can see a church and get to one, and I thought that was really cool.
That is cool.
The Mormon people were extremely nice.
Good.
I will say that. They were extremely nice.
Good.
And it's a beautiful place. I would love to go back.
The pictures you sent. Yeah, the pictures you sent were great.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's wonderful waking up and looking out the window and just seeing mountains.
Yeah.
My heart belongs in the mountains.
You do love the mountains.
I
do. May.
Oh,
I put down the
much.
Northern Lights.
Yes.
It was so pretty.
The Northern Lights were beautiful.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Like, oh, it was the neatest thing. And like being able to figure out how to take pictures and like get more of an experience than what you could see with your natural eye was really cool.
Yeah. That's all I have for May.
May, end of school year and summertime began. I had Corbin was ending his 8th grade year. Brindley was ending her 2nd grade year. Adeline was ending her 6th grade year. And so knowing like that they were going to be hitting, bigger, well, 2 of them at least hitting pretty big milestones going into the next year. So yeah, that's really all I have for May.
It's gonna be May. June, I put down the softball.
So did
obviously, because we were coaches and it was so much fun.
Let me just tell you, when we started, I was like, I cannot do this. These little girls can't have the attention span of a fly. I don't know what a fly's attention span actually is.
Can't be that long.
But I was like, I cannot. And every single one of those girls grew on me. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I love them so much. And they are huggers. Little girls are huggers. They just come
they are.
Hi, Coach Hannah. And I'm like, oh, my heart.
And I was Coach Hannah too. They didn't know who was who. It's because we both had brown hair at that time. So they were just like, hi, Coach Hannah. And I was like, what's up? Like, how you doing? Yeah. No, Hannah got a crash course of what it's like to be an elementary school teacher, which is why I will never be an elementary school teacher.
Like, I cannot handle that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, no.
They're crazy.
Not for me, but I guess it was kind of for me. So
yeah, and we won a game. We won 2 games.
What is that when you rate something and it's like 0 out of 5, not recommended? Or
yeah,
something?
No stars. All the notes.
So yeah, softball, and then Adeline started competitive ball.
That's right.
And we were able to spend more time with her, which
is always
we
nice.
love.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet parents, up her direction and really, bonded with them. And Zach was able to help coach and help out the team. Cool. And it was just, because we live so far away, it's hard to like feel connected and plugged in, especially like when you don't feel like communication with activities is always the best. And that we were like in like groups, so we got all the information. Yeah, it was awesome.
And I don't know which month it was, but one of those months, it might have been July, where they won that tournament. Is that on your list?
July, Christmas in July. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was July.
So, like, to prep for this, I was looking through the photos on my phone and just like, okay, what pictures did I take in each of these months? And I saw
it was super exciting, and she was so proud of herself, and she really grew in softball. Through this competitive, she really did. She grew a lot and learned a lot. So
I loved it. Yeah. I loved watching her.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so we're halfway through.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick some of these out. So the darker pink ones are like from very recently because I just wrote them. So today, on December 3rd, I am thankful for my family, my dogs, and my friends.
Oh, I love that.
This is an older one. Oh, man. Today, I'm thankful for Fuji apple water, my pups, and warmer weather. There's no date. I have no idea. But it must have been cold because I was happy that it was warm. All right. Today I'm thankful for working from home, cozy sweatshirts, and open doors.
Okay. That sounds like a springtime one.
Today I'm thankful for focus time, which at my old job, that was like time set aside like the first 30 minutes of the day that I didn't have to log in and like work the queue. I could just come in and just work like the stuff from the day before. Empty queue mornings. So when there's nothing in the queue and my hotspot. And this must have been when my internet was going out. Yep. Like no good. All right. Couple more and then we'll move on. Oh, I forgot about this one. I was able to help a coworker manage big feelings with the circles of control. So like to help someone work through some of their feelings.
I love the circles of control. I use them often.
helped me so much.
By it as much.
And this one's from the other day too. 12/2. I'm thankful for a shorter drive to work. I found a new way to get to work that was just a little bit shorter.
Yeah, girl.
Learning at the Madison, and then Christmas decorations. So
yeah,
there's that for now. Yeah, so now we can transition back into July, which Hot Take Summer.
Yep, Hot Take Summer. We started recording
Oh my
video
gosh.
recording.
Yes.
It was I think the most intimidating thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is still the most intimidating thing I do because I don't like the way I look. So every time that I edit, I'm like, oh gosh, that's a bad angle. Oh gosh, I don't like the lighting on my face. Like I'm so pale, and it's a lot to have to see yourself. I know.
Yeah.
I should love myself, and I know that, and I should.
Yeah.
But I don't most times. Like it's very hard. I try to be intentionally thankful and grateful and living, whatever.
I think you need to make it a point this year to tell yourself every morning 3 good things about the way that who you are or the way you look.
I think I should just reaffirm it until I believe it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot. I've got a lot of things that I got to work through with self-image. But anyway, Hot Take Summer was my favorite thing that I've ever done.
It was so much fun.
There was no stress.
Mm-mm.
I didn't worry about like what we were going to talk about, how it was going to come across. Every week I was like, I can't wait to record. So that's one of the highlights of my year.
Yeah.
Was Hot Take Summer.
Mine too. So for July, I have Hot Take Summer, my birthday. I turned 35.
Ooh.
And decided to blonde hair don't care.
Oh yeah.
So
you'll see in the videos in Hot Take Summer, one day she's brunette, the next day she's blonde.
Real blonde. Because I think I was going through a mental health crisis and did it myself. And that was not the right decision. I did, however, make it work and like fixed it and toned it until it was beautiful platinum like I wanted it. But like in that moment, whew, it came out bright, real yellow, real banana-like. And I was like, oh no,
not banana-like.
That's what it kind of looked like. So
oh my gosh.
I was regretting it at first, but then it all worked out. And I had a lot of people commenting.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Don't
do that.
Come here. Don't be that person. Do not comment on other people's looks.
No.
Unless it is a positive thing.
Not like, oh, why did you do that?
Yeah.
What made you want to do that? Oh, you're blonde.
So the first it started out why I went blonde was because people were commenting on how much gray I had around my face and asking me if I was growing my hair out gray. And I got tired of it. And I was like, I'm 35 and I'm going to go blonde and we're going to lighten it up. And then nobody can say anything because it'll all be light. And then people had all kinds of comments about why I went blonde.
Always. People always have something to say.
And, what was that about? And this and that. And I was just like, who are these people to think that they can talk about anything about the way I look?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there were people that did say like, oh, I love your hair. That looks great on you. And that was wonderful. But if you asked me why I dyed my hair blonde or if I was going through something, like anything to like negatively have anything to do with my hair previous or after the blonde, ew.
Yeah, ew.
Just don't.
Brother, ew. Why? Get out of here with that mess.
And so I really started to feel myself. And I think part of that was my birthday and that kind of, I'm going to dye my hair blonde.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it had to do with Hot Take Summer because there was things that I said on there that I would never have said to the world before about my opinions on things. And I just really felt like in July or the summer months, I really started to like feel who I was and like feel comfortable and being like, this is my opinion. I don't care. This is the way I'm going to live my life. I don't care. You can have your opinion, but like it doesn't affect me. And it has just continued on and the rest of the year.
I can't even picture you brunette anymore. You're blonde now.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
I still get compliments. People will be like, you look so much younger with your blonde hair. Like it brightens your face. But yeah, I feel like between doing something that was so like
Drastic.
yeah, very drastic.
Huge
And like going
change.
against a lot of people's advice and a lot of people's like
Mine.
thoughts. It was not just you.
I know, but I'll be honest. I was like, maybe we don't do this by ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't do this at
I
home.
just was like, nope, this is, you know what? This is my life. It's my hair. It's my body. It's my opinion.
And it is.
And I'm going to share whatever I want. And then on
Snaps,
Hot
queen.
Take Summer, I was just like, you know what? I don't think I like, or you know who I don't like? Beyonce. And I know that's not a popular opinion. You know who else I don't like? Carrie Underwood. It's nothing against her. I just don't like her music. And I started like.
The hot takes just started rolling.
It did. And I just felt like I felt comfortable and safe to be like, hey, this might not be like your opinion, but this is how I feel.
Blonde Hannah's got some balls, y'all. She got the balls. We need to come up with a name. Savannah. That's
Savannah.
What Savannah Lynn. Why do we always find a way to bring that into everything? Or I do. Okay. I also put on July. That's when I really effed up my leg. With that awful
softball.
scrape.
Oh yeah, we were playing softball at the time.
Yeah. I still have a scar on my leg. It still looks like Africa. I have Africa on my leg. I should just get a tattoo of the continent of Africa.
We could put like Africa on it by Toto. Like music notes.
I love it. That'd be fun. Cute. But yeah, we were playing softball and coaching softball.
Off topic moment.
Please.
Has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Love it.
But I'm really, really sad because yesterday, we're recording this obviously early.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday for Friday the 13th, they in Lee Summit did a Taylor Swift Friday the 13th event. We could have gotten like mystical Taylor Swift tattoos.
Oh my gosh. We could have got like a disco ball.
They had like stamps with like lyrics and
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was so sad. We need to follow them and keep up with when they do something like that again.
Send that whatever to me.
I'm so bummed. And I did not get a Friday 13th tattoo.
I didn't either. And I even said something to somebody about a Friday the 13th tattoo.
Yeah.
At work.
No, yesterday I literally just went home and laid in bed. It's been a rough week, if we're being honest.
It's been, it has been a long week. I have been getting home 6:30, 7 o'clock some nights. Yeah. I am tired. Your girl is tired. I
think after this week, I just didn't have anything left in me. I pushed through and we had a big week at work and then with some family stuff, I was pushing through and then it was like yesterday, I was like, I have nothing left.
Yeah.
And I just listened to my body.
Yeah.
And just laid down.
Good for you.
And then I took an 1.5-hour nap today because I was overstimulated and it was great.
It was great.
I was like, this, great. I listened.
Oh, the nap was great.
The nap
Not
was
being
great.
overstimulated.
I was like,
great.
TikTok, deep sleep hypnosis. And then I listened to this guy and he was talking and then he said something about like closing your eyes and feeling your eyes behind your eyelids. And then he said something about unclenching your jaw. And that's the last thing I remember. Dude, I was out.
Dude, I'm going to have to look up that TikTok.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I don't even remember. Like my phone was off when I woke up and I'm like, I don't know what happened. I just was passed out.
That happened to me last Saturday. I took a nap at like, I don't even know, but I woke up at like 4:30 and thought, first of all, I thought it was the morning. So I thought it was like I was waking up for the day. And then I was like, this isn't right. Do I have to go to work today? What? I completely forgot everything about my life.
Yeah.
Like woke up, didn't even know who I was. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
What year are we in? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like when you're running to get on the bus, you're like, I'm late. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm 35. And it's Saturday. That's exactly the moment.
Oh, and also in July, we spent a lot of time at the movies. I feel like we never go to the movies. And then July kind of hit and we started going to the movies a lot.
Yeah. What did we see? We saw Inside Out 2.
Oh, that was the best. I saw If.
Yep.
You did not go to that one.
No.
But,
we saw It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us.
Twisters.
I've seen Moana 2.
Oh,
There's a couple more.
You said it was so good, right?
It was so good. The ending, I was like,
am I going to cry?
I mean, maybe.
Did they leave it open for a third movie?
They've left it open for an entire
Love it.
I don't even know. They could go so many ways with it.
I love it. Awesome.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Wicked.
Yeah, we haven't seen Wicked
It's
yet.
just a long movie, it sounds like. So
I
you
am
really
like-
got to be in a good space.
I'm like, man, let's just wait until it comes out at this point.
I'm fine. I'm fine doing that. Like,
let's just wait until it comes out.
wear it in my pajamas and I will sing in your living room watching it.
Yes,
That
yeah.
sounds like fun.
Yeah. We could have a whole themed Wicked party.
Oh my gosh.
Like with food and stuff.
I love it.
Glenda kind of sounds horrible in this movie. Musical.
She's not the hero that people that she's portrayed
I'm
as
just trying
in
to figure
Wizard
out.
of
So
Oz.
this is pre to Wizard of Oz. Like this
Kind
is
of.
before.
Yes. So the movie starts after the Wicked Witch melts. So that's like the opening scene, is where they melt. They throw water on the Wicked Witch in the Wizard of Oz, and then they do a flashback.
So are they needing a new Wicked Witch?
No.
It goes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like, Galinda, don't you know that? Weren't you friends with her? And she's like, well, we did go to school together. And then it's Glinda telling the story of how she met the Wicked Witch of the East, or the Wicked Witch of the West. And the Wicked Witch of the East is her sister. And that it shows like just.
Can we act like they do in their interviews?
I know. It's okay. You're so brave. So
oh
strong.
my god, I love them, but I'm
too.
like,
they're having a moment.
whoa!
So
every time,
yeah,
they're having a moment every single time they're.
So they've been working on this movie for a long time,
Yeah,
like
they are
years
in their
of their life.
characters.
Yeah, and I think that the growth that you see in Elphaba, who is the Wicked Witch, it's a lot. And I think that there are a lot of like underlying themes, you know, of being singled out and being different. And I think, you know, she probably had to battle a lot of her own personal demons filming that.
Yeah.
So I think that they're very emotionally connected, and a lot happened during that filming too.
Yeah, they're you can tell they are very in character.
And in tune with each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Ariana Grande had that big scandal in the middle of it with her coworker, with her co-worker, like she goes to the office. Please. And fun fact, Glinda's name is Galinda, but one of the professors mispronounces it so much in Wicked that's how they then refer to her as Glinda, because she is Galinda. That is her name. And then one of the professors can't say it right and calls her Glinda, and so that's just what everybody calls her.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
well.
Anyway, back on topic.
I would love to see that on Broadway.
Oh my gosh. Me too. I would have loved to have seen it in 03.
Yes,
like when it oh my goodness.
Yes, with the two iconic people, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
actually was listening to Frozen on the way over here. I don't know why. By myself, no kids in the
Dude,
car.
Frozen 2 soundtrack slaps.
So good.
So good.
Yep.
All Is Well, I think is one of the songs that like Evan Rachel Wood sings. It's so good.
But the music that they do,
I sniffed.
yeah, you did. We're gonna have a game.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
The Bianca game.
The song when they're like, I don't even know what it is. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the most peaceful music to me in Frozen 2. It's something to do with like the snowflake things that start showing up, and there's music and like the wind goes.
I think that's the one that I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm like, oh, I could just listen to this all day. It's so yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I love it. Okay.
Yep. All right. So back on track.
Back
We're in
on
August.
topics.
Not in Frozen times. We're in August. I'll let you start because I think we're gonna have the same one that's pretty big.
Okay, so we went to Kevin Hart.
So, yep, first one, Kevin Hart.
That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
He was hilarious. We took Corbin because Zach was with Adeline at a tournament.
Yep.
And there was like a moment at the very beginning with one of his openers that I was like trying to cover Corbin's ears, and I was like, I knew this was a possibility, but like
it was sexually explicit material.
Very.
I was like, oh my
gosh. He was like, get off me, you're embarrassing me. And I was like, okay. I'm like, he was about to be a freshman in high school. I'm sure he knew he knows way more than I do, but
well, he may not have known. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what he knows. I don't think I want to know what he knows.
Yeah. So yeah, Kevin Hart was great.
Yeah.
It was a great time. I also quit my job.
Oh, shoot.
I have been in a job that was not fulfilling what I needed and was honestly miserable for me. Just with some personalities and like not feeling like I could fix like conflict and pettiness.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes, it's just,
and
it's not a fit.
I literally, in front of like my entire team was like, there are problems here, but I am not the one to fix it, and I'm quitting, and like walked out of the room, and I was like, I didn't know what else to say.
A queen. A
queen. Yeah, and
That's
they all
amazing.
just sat there in silence, and I just left the room.
I bet you
let them sit in it. Like, I was like, you guys can just sit in this mess.
You can figure it out. Bye.
Yeah. So it was rough. It was scary.
Yeah.
And I began looking for a job, a month or two before that. And I really missed being able to get to know residents and families and build those relationships. And now I have that. So, yeah. I also went to Branson for a conference and celebrated my 2 years sober.
I've got that on there. Hannah's soberversary.
Yeah. And we threw a Taylor Swift birthday party for Miss Brinley's 9th birthday. And it was so much fun.
I put T-Swift blowout.
Yeah, it was, oh man, probably the most fun I've had. Well, I don't know. Her and Adeline's this year were both a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were.
And school started, and I had a kid in junior high, a kid in high school, and then one that moved over to the other side of the building in the elementary school.
Oh, I can't believe
big changes.
Lots of changes. Oh, man. A lot of big steps. So I had most of that. I went on that terrible date where my boob got grabbed. Ain't been touched since.
I don't want that to be the
so
last
much padding.
one.
There's so much padding.
I don't want that to be the last time for you. Oh my gosh. He's lucky that I didn't know that before he left the parking lot, because I would have caught a charge.
Yeah.
I would have stomped him in the parking lot of the movie theater.
Yeah, I was not thrilled. I was not thrilled with that.
That was rough.
Yeah. Okay, coffee flights. We enjoyed second Sundays through like the spring and the most of the summer.
Yes, second Sundays were so much fun.
It was so good. We had the carnival in town.
Yes.
And the kids came and stayed with me, and that was the first time that they did like a sleepover with me. So that was fun.
Yeah, we had a really good weekend that weekend. It was so much fun.
It was amazing. And
then the kids really bonded, and it was great.
And now they are bonded. Like they're friends. They talk to each other. Isaac and then Adeline text each other all the time. I'm like,
I love it.
I do too. And then the same day as the Taylor Swift blowout, I threw my grandparents' 70th wedding anniversary party. It was a big day.
We had that too. Yes, we did.
It was a big day.
I remember showing up, and Bianca looked like she was going to have a milk till breakdown, a minty bee.
A minty bee.
And I was like, what do you need? Okay, let's do this.
You had blonde hair at that time. I don't think that my grandma knew the difference.
I don't think your granny knew who I was. Your papa did.
My papa knows.
But your granny did not know who I was.
Yeah. And that's because your hair was blonde.
Yep.
Because she knows who you are.
Yes.
But she probably didn't recognize you.
It was, let me just tell you, it was a great day.
It was.
It was great.
From
and
start
then
to finish,
I stole your kiddos that were with you to help me. And let me tell you, Ava, what's her middle name?
Ruth.
Ava Ruth is my balloon arch making queen.
Yeah.
And I will always ask her help.
She loves it.
Yeah, she's really, really good at it.
She's so
We're going to start a business.
Just making balloon arches. Yeah.
So we're going to throw parties. She's going to do the balloons for me, and I'm going to do all the hard like, pre-planning, and then that day she's going to help me with
Ava's going to do the setup.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, I'm going to read a couple more of these.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not going to say the specifics, but weighed in at a certain weight for the first time since 2020. That was July. I don't weigh that anymore. I put on a couple pounds since then. It's okay. Oh, Nisha joined the pear assessment team. Okay, I'll have to take a picture of that and send that to her. I miss them. All right. Today I'm thankful for Risatisa TikTok saga.
Yes! Yeah! I love Risatisa.
Pam's cornbread.
Oh, my mama's cornbread be slapping.
And spring weather.
Yeah.
Making breakthroughs in therapy. Learned the circles of control.
Hey, look how that all came out.
Right.
And then you're helping somebody with it.
I love it. This is fun. So rekindling my relationship with the kids has been incredible. I love them so much.
I'm thankful that they have you.
Thank you. Dreamt the new CEO gave me a $4 an hour raise. LOL.
What?
That didn't happen.
Oh, you said dreamt. I thought you said Drem, like that was his last name.
No, I had a dream that he gave me a raise.
Yeah.
Thankful for talking with Isaac because he was feeling better. He was pretty sick, I guess. I remember he was sick a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's kind of dramatic where the sickness is not always as sick as he thinks. Big tip
I don't
nights.
know anything about that.
No, I don't either. I couldn't imagine.
Brindley is the drama.
Big tip nights and payday. Who doesn't love? Who isn't thankful for payday? We got hair stuck in this one. Thankful for Valentine's Day. Pfft, that was a lie. Quiet morning and my Pear Deck Learning sweatshirt.
Hey, I think I got you a Valentine's Day gift. Maybe that's why you put that.
Maybe. Thankful for taking chances. Sonic Burgers and Dr. Pepper.
Hey, Sonic Burgers are pretty good.
They are. They're so good. Neil made fun of me one time because it came over when I had one and I like scarfed it down. He's like, damn girl, was it good? I was like, leave me alone. I've had a long day.
Yeah, they are good.
They are. Oh, okay. That's it for now.
I love that.
So many things. You need to do this next year.
I will.
So it's not just me reading all my memories from this year. So now we're in September.
Mm-hmm.
We got our ears pierced.
Oh, we did.
And I discovered self-tanner.
Oh, and I did too.
Yeah.
You were doing it and I went and bought some and I was like contouring my face. And
yes. I still need to try that.
My legs don't tan like they used to when I was a kid. So like
me either,
I'd be putting that self-tanner on my legs to make them look real nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing it now. Like, YOLO, it's wintertime. I'm looking ghosty.
I thought about going and tanning for a couple weeks before trip, but
you could get a spray tan.
I could get a spray tan, but I don't honestly care that much, I don't think.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Okay, September for me, my nephew Rhett was born, and he's so stinking cute.
Yeah. He really is.
He's just a perfect little boy, and he looks like his mama, and
yay.
I definitely know what it's like to have a baby that doesn't look like you, and my niece definitely does not look like her. She looks exactly like our family and my brother. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm so happy for you. You got a baby to look like you. I thankfully have Corbin, but I had a really rough pregnancy with Brindley, and then she came out looking
just
exactly like
mm-hmm.
Zach.
And Adeline, like
yes,
ain't no denying them.
I started my new job and started realizing assisted living is where I belong. I threw a party for Cadence. She asked if she could have a birthday party at my house.
Sunflower party.
And it was a lot of fun. I was able to watch my nieces and nephews hang out and
I love watching that.
Their significant others all hang out, and they stayed for hours after the party, and it was just
I like watching it too.
It made my heart full.
Yeah, when you watch them grow up and you see them become little adults, you're like, oh my gosh, when did this happen?
It's
special. It is.
It really is. That's what I've got for September.
You had an anniversary in September.
Oh, well, I did.
And your husband's birthday.
Yeah.
It's a 10-year wedding anniversary. That was a big deal.
So September was really busy for us.
Yeah.
And so we did have a 10-year wedding anniversary, and Zach's birthday wasn't it's not usually, I usually try to go all out for him, and we just didn't have the time. So yeah.
I mean, softball, I feel like tournaments and Adeline's tournaments.
And birthday parties, and it was a lot. So, but we did have a 10-year wedding anniversary, and it was nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Proud of you. You guys have worked hard for that 10 years,
Yeah. We definitely have. And honestly, we're in such a good place that I'm excited to just see where the next 10 years takes us, because we're just in a really good place, and I feel like it took us a while to learn each other, and now that we have it, it's I don't know, it's easy. It's easy to love Zach.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, y'all. October, I put disco cowgirl party.
So did I.
Yeah.
Adeline's party for her 13th birthday. She turned into a teenager.
And we had that amazing Halloween episode.
Yes.
So much fun with Autumn. That was so much fun.
Was so fun. Ryder came and like all of our family came together for Ryder's first birthday.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun.
A lot of birthdays. I don't know if you all have noticed, but Hannah threw a lot of freaking birthday parties this year.
Starting in August, there was a birthday party every month until November. And then, well, my mom's is in November and my brother's is in December. But like, then it went from like birthdays to then Thanksgiving,
Holidays.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just like from August to December is like crazy and busy for
that, and that's
me.
Insane because that's over half the year that it's like hectic for you.
It's rough.
Yeah.
I put Halloween. We sat outside and watched Scream and passed out candy.
Yes, that was fun
on the projector.
That was fun.
And
it was kind of chilly.
Yeah. And I should say, when we had Brinley's birthday, we did watch the Eras tour on the projector, and that felt like it just made my heart so happy.
I loved it. I think that was more for us.
Yeah.
But the girls were up dancing.
It was singing. It was I loved it.
A moment. A huge
For my birthday,
moment.
I got a projector from my friend Neil, who heard me say that I wanted one and got it for me. And it's just been, I don't know. I really thought that was really cool that now we can sit outside and watch things.
Yeah. Love it. October's the end of October's always kind of hard for me because of Roscoe.
I feel like you did really good this year.
Yeah. I feel like, people don't say like the grief goes away or it gets smaller, but the experiences that you have grow around the grief. Yeah. And I just feel like I've grown a lot around it.
The grief does get smaller though. Like when it first when you lose somebody, it's so big and it feels like you're never going to make it through it. And eventually it like just kind of, it does small, it doesn't make it less than, it just, it doesn't feel as big and like heavy. It gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't think that it would. I mean, there were days when I was like, I will never feel okay again. Yeah. And
it was the first really big loss you've ever experienced at 34 years old.
Yeah. Like the last time.
32 years old.
Knock on wood.
Is it 32? Yeah.
Knock on wood. I hadn't lost anybody since the year 2000. Yeah. Like in my immediate family. I've lost like extended family and things like that. But so yeah. I felt like it was a better year. Yeah. It was a hard, it's still.
And I feel like with me, when my people are hurting, I want to be there and I want to do everything. But I feel like with the experience I had with a couple of extreme losses within a few years, I kind of knew like where my place was with you in that. When it was just checking in and staying back until you kind of wanted me to be there because, I know.
It was tough.
It's loss is hard.
Loss is very hard.
I don't wish the losses that we've had. I don't wish those on anybody, not even my worst enemy. Like
no, nobody deserves to feel that kind of pain. Yeah. I didn't put anything down for November. Thanksgiving obviously happened.
Thanksgiving. I hosted like 30 people at my house, and then the next day got the flu and the stomach flu and was so sick.
The bad flu.
I literally did nothing but go to the bathroom and lay in bed for a full 24 hours. And like, I hurt so bad that putting my hands up to wash my hair, I had to have somebody help me wash my hair because my body ached so bad. Yeah. And I had puke in it, and I was just like, I gotta get my hair washed. And so my husband had to bathe me in the bathtub.
That sucked.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I was overwhelmed a lot in November, and I could really start feeling the overwhelmingness of like feeling like everything, like there's so much and I have so much to do. And so I just felt like I was just trying to tread in water and keep my head above water.
Yeah. I could see it. And that's hard. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just, it did, like, October typically for me is so fun because we do like all the Halloween stuff. I did not do one Halloween activity with my kids in October. Like, we passed out candy. That was it. Like, we did not, I just didn't. I usually do trunk or treat and like pass out candy.
Well, you had something that day, like trunk the trunk or treat with your church. You had something that day, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember now, but yeah, but I usually am super festive, and I just
Yeah.
wasn't, and I think
Well,
I
and you
was
couldn't.
so overwhelmed with everything that had been going on the last few months
Yeah.
that I was like, I just don't have it in
It
me.
was like every weekend it was either a party you were
It
throwing
was like every other
or a
weekend I was
softball
throwing a party.
tournament
Yes.
or a this or that.
So November, I really just it hit me, and
Yeah.
I was like, whew, I need
Yeah.
to take it down a notch and slow down and
Yeah.
listen to myself.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to church after
Mhm.
being sick and had a seizure, and embarrassed myself in front of everybody at church, which, I was like at practicing and worship. I was practicing and like started to not feel good, and then like pushed through, and then by the end of church service, like when they do the callback for like the
Yeah,
worship
the
team,
altar call.
yeah, I like was like, I can't do it, and I went to stand up and leave, and there I went, and it was just my body really being like, hey, you
You
gotta
gotta
slow
stop.
down. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a really bad habit of doing that, is like
Yeah.
not listening to my body and pushing through and just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And it really opened my eyes.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do. You have a
Yeah.
hard time saying no.
I do. I do.
Sometimes I just want to tell you, Hannah, go home. You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, yeah. I feel like December, we're here.
Yeah.
We're in it. Y'all know what's going on in our lives right
Yeah.
now. So, yeah, I got a new job. It's about to be Christmas.
We're about to have our first kind of
Collaboration.
So, with a podcast that we're friends with. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going on a vacation to Florida.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah, when this comes out, it'll be
we
are
we are staying on a beach house in Panama City, Florida, and just enjoying time together. And one of the things with November that I said is I felt very overwhelmed and overworked and just pushing myself. And so I have done really good since that day I had a seizure, is to just know my limits, and when I need it, to just rest. And that's exactly what I've been doing, and I feel pretty darn good.
Good.
I do. I have had some big projects that I've been in charge of at work, because, when you are over a building, everything that goes on in that building is your business and your job. And we've had some renovations that we've been doing, and I'm seeing the end result of those.
Oh,
and
it's so exciting.
It's very
rewarding.
Yes, very rewarding, and just like very like puts me in a really good place to leave and go on vacation.
Truly.
And I literally will, like, the way that it works, because we have weekends at work where we cover just to make sure that there's like a manager in the building. So like my weekend hits right before Christmas. So like I have pretty much the way my MOD days work out, and like with my vacation I'm taking, I'm like not going to be back in the building for 2 weeks, and I am going to enjoy. I've not had that, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 weeks off. I think when I had a hysterectomy, and that's not really the same. That's not a vacation.
No, that's a recovery.
Yeah.
Those are very different things.
Yeah. Work is starting. I'm really starting to get my footing there too.
Yeah, good.
I started it was like the last couple days of August, but we'll say September. I started in September, and AL is assisted living is a lot different than like skilled and long-term care. And so like just trying to learn how that works, and then also like kind of identifying issues, identifying strengths within the building, and just trying to work through those to be as successful as we can be. And I really feel like our management team is good, and like we're really working together, and we've weeded out some people that needed to go, and I think it's really moving in the right direction.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah. And it all makes sense to me to hear what she's talking about. I'm like, yep, this all tracks. I understand what you're saying.
Yes, because you got a job.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really my December, is just I started the last week of November, the week of Thanksgiving, and then I just ended my third week there.
Yes. She's a sales director, and I'm so excited for her. She's going to do great things. I wish that I had a place for you in my building, because
we'd be the dream team,
girl. We would.
Woo! They wouldn't even know what to do with us.
We would be killing it. But if I think you're in this place you need to be right
Yeah,
now.
I do
And
too.
I'm really excited for the team that you have. It sounds like you have some really good support and good knowledge, and I love that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's all that I have for my year. So
I was going to ask you something.
yeah.
Can you give me like 3 main themes or 3 takeaways from 2024?
I feel like one major theme was like letting go of expectations. And that, that had to do with a lot of different aspects in my life.
Yeah.
Whether those expectations are positive or if those expectations were negative, just kind of reevaluating those. Growth, I think, was a theme for me this year.
I would agree with that.
And overall intentionality. I don't know if that's a word, but just being intentional in everything that I do. Every decision that I make, I try to make it intentional to serve my purpose and my why. So, letting go of expectations, growth, and being intentional. Yep.
So,
what about you?
My 3 are family. This year I spent intentional and productive time with my family more than I ever have. Yes.
Yeah.
The time we spent was quality time, and it wasn't always any big gestures, but it was time. I mean, even like last night, I was in a funk, and then Zach was like, "Why don't we go look at Christmas lights and get out and get you a Coke?" And
stole my idea.
He definitely did.
Stole my Zachary Taylor.
And we'll do that until Corbin needs to be picked up. And we did. I mostly was looking at his Christmas lights to go probably
I'm gonna
make
fight
sure.
him. I literally wanted to do that the other day.
Yes.
And I brought you a Coke. And I told Zach to tell you to put on your Christmas pajamas.
Did not.
And he didn't. He's like, I'm gonna save this idea for myself. Jerk.
He did not. But yeah, so family, event planning. I definitely this last year realized how good of an event planner I am, and how as stressful it is and how much time it takes. I really do enjoy just being able to see like a vision of mine come, or someone else's vision, because it really was, it was, I was given an idea and just to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I kind of in a way missed a calling. So
yeah,
I'm going to put that on the back burner, and maybe sometime in my life after I retired, but I'm not done working or something, I can kind of go back to that. And then my last one is to making myself a priority, which I really is this last month of 2024, but it is something that I realized that I need to do, which is making myself a priority. So
I was thinking when you were talking, I'm like, I also am putting my needs first.
Yeah.
And that's something that I chose with this new job.
Yeah.
Because as comfortable as my old one was, this is what I needed to do to put myself first.
You are now in a hustle, girl.
Yeah.
You got big girl stuff going on, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So I think that should be going into 2025. That's going to be something that I continue to do is put myself first and love myself well, care for myself well, above everyone else. Because I love you, everyone, but I love me more, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, you have to put yourself in that priority list.
Yep.
And I'm a really hard time with that.
Yeah.
Until it's my body telling me
physically. Yeah.
Physically.
And for me, it's not as hard because I'm not married and I don't have kids. I don't have people at my house that are constantly sucking the life out of me.
So the other day she was saying she was having a hard time with her drive, which I get. It's a long drive. And I kind of did a drive similar to that. When I worked at Gillis, Cornerstones, it was about that amount of time. Yeah. And it was traffic too. And so I get it. And I was like, maybe you can just like change your mindset and be like, it's my time to like unwind and have quiet. And then I was like, wait a second, you live alone. Never mind. That doesn't work for you.
I have quiet all the time.
Yeah. And see, I enjoy my time like to work and after work, because it just gives me like some, either I call you, I call Zach, or I just listen to music, like whatever it is. Like I have whatever I want to do. That is my time.
Yeah. I needed to hear that. I needed it to be like, Just change your mindset, because it really is.
Yeah.
Everything is just a mindset. And I have listened to a lot of podcasts, and I've really fallen back into my
need to get
podcast
into
love.
your podcast.
Yeah.
That you've been listening to.
I finished the Gypsy Rose one.
That's the one I want to listen to.
Yeah. And like, I do want to, there are some clarifications I guess I should make. Yes, as a child, as a minor, she does not have the power to, make these decisions for herself.
But the way it was portrayed to us
is that nothing was physically needed.
Well, and not only that, but like she had no say so. She was a cat, like held captive by her mother.
Yes,
that's not the way it was.
No, and it sounds
that's how
like
the media made it seem. But
yeah,
that's not the way it was.
Because that's the way Gypsy made it seem. But if you listen to her police interrogations, she says
she didn't run away, but one time before that.
Yeah.
With a man.
In her interrogations, she says, like, oh, I can't go to jail. I have a seizure disorder. Well, do you have a seizure disorder or do you not?
Your mom making you have a seizure disorder.
Like,
yeah.
You have this because it suits you. And she, I can't go to jail. I have so many medical conditions. I have so many medicines that I have to take.
I think she and her mother both were extremely mentally ill.
Yeah. And I think that the issue, so let me clarify. I do think that she had a horrible childhood. I do think there was child abuse, maybe not physical, but like there are things that happened to her that shouldn't have happened. And yes, it probably messed her up in a really big way. What I don't like is that this person, Gypsy Rose, who, when you listen to these interrogations, is incredibly sharp and bright and quick-witted.
Manipulative.
Yes. Get a sweetheart deal for 10 years and only serve 8 of them. And then you listen to Nick Godejohn, who has an IQ of 82, get the book 100% thrown at him. I think they are both culpable. They both have equal culpability and should have had the same type of punishment.
Of Mice of Men vibes.
It is. He is like that. He is like Lenny in that. I believe Lenny's the one that is the slower brother.
Yep.
I didn't like how I said that.
I think it was fine.
Okay. So if anything, they either needed to give him, honestly, I think Gypsy should have gotten a harsher sentence because it would not happen.
I think his was really harsh.
I mean, he's life without parole.
Yeah.
He's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, they compare it to like the Menendez brothers. And yes, they're tried in different times, so I get that. But this murder would not have happened if Gypsy had not manipulated this situation. But it was never, this is the part. In the text messages between these two people, she never says, I am being physically abused by my mom. I need you to kill her to save me. It's always, if you want to be with me, we have to kill her. If you want to be together, we have to kill her. Mm-hmm. If I can be with you, there's a specific line that she says that like, this is for a life with me.
Yeah.
That's what she says to him. And it's not, this is to say
him.
1000%. She manipulated him. And she's the one that went out and bought the knife.
Yep.
She pre-cut the duct tape. She let him in. That's where it stands. I think that she is just as culpable as Nick Godejohn because she was able, if it wasn't him, it would have been someone else that she manipulated.
And she was an adult?
She was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was 26.
Yeah, like they were, like she wasn't a kid anymore. Like people, the movies, the media portray her as she's this like 12, 13, 14-year-old kid.
Yeah,
no.
She was 23. Adult. Yeah, she was.
And she had time away from her mom where she could have said to somebody,
yep,
I need help.
She could have said immediately when the cops walked in, I know why you're here. I had no other choice.
She tried to go on the run because she knew.
She didn't say anything about any of that, about abuse or anything until murder was on the table.
Yeah.
And my thing with Nick is he was so easily manipulated to do that. He is a danger to society.
He is.
But she was the one that was able to do it.
And she's out here living her best life.
On TikTok, making all this money. Girl. Anyway, so that's my final that's my final say on Gypsy.
2024.
Hot take, it is what it is.
I hope that we don't have to talk about her in 2025 because it gives me the ick.
I feel like I don't
Let me just say that 2024 gave me the ick.
I hate you, 2024.
No, a lot of rough came out of this. A lot of rough things for me and the world, I feel like. But also I feel like with that came good things. So 2020 and 2024
suck.
Worst times ever.
Yeah. All right.
You got any more fun ones?
Yeah, I'm not going to read all that I'm thankful for because that's going to be boring. But this one says, Jenna worked the queue for over an hour to give me a break.
Aw.
Yeah, she's really good at that. This is from February. Had my third dominant follicle scan and had 3 great follicles. Tomorrow is IUI number 3. Post-op, 3rd time's the charm. Yeah, not as fun, but it is what it is. Getting better at softball.
Yeah, you are.
Hitting better. Let's find some fun ones. Some of these thankful fors are funny. Working from home was on that one. I was thankful for that a lot. Thankful to have a huge living space, even if it's way too cluttered. Thankful for leftover Chinese. Love that.
It's the small things in life.
It's the small things. Was able to restore an assignment. Hey, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
That was probably earlier in the year. I learned how to do something. So teachers would sometimes delete their assignments in all of the grades. And I taught myself how to do that, how to restore them. Yeah. Aw, today I'm thankful for Hannah with a heart. And Sunshine. And Sequel, which is the program that I used. Kayla gave me a shout out on the Go Guardian Slack channel. She was on the education team.
Oh, nice.
Today I'm thankful for Taking Back Sunday.
Aw, I think that's a great one to end on.
I like it.
Taking Back Sunday.
Love it. So, lots to be thankful for this year. Let's set a word for the year. Let's set an intention. What's one word that you want to take into 2025 that sets the tone for you personally? Putting you on the spot now, girl.
I'm going to stick with family.
Family? Oh, I like it. Well, you went too fast. I was going to read some of these. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I think my word is going to be transformative.
Ooh, I love it.
That's going to be my word for the year.
And maybe success. I feel like success should be in there.
Transformative and success. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
mine's
they go together.
Mine's going to be family and success. Those are my
Perfect.
two. Yep. So what do we have coming up?
Am I the bad guy?
Oh, yeah.
Back in action.
Yeah. Am I the bad guy?
Yeah, hopefully with some special guests.
We'll see.
We are going to talk about this month the Erickson's stages of development.
Okay.
And
we'll make it fun.
Yeah, it's not going to be a lesson. Bianca's not going to give a lesson. I think it's just fun to look at them and
kind of
look
discuss
at where we are.
Yeah.
How we experienced each of them. I think will be fun.
Yeah.
And then our hot takes.
Yeah.
Which is the easiest episode of all.
It's so fun. Hot takes, hot topics. They go together, but yeah.
Yeah, like
I think we'll have some pretty good ones.
I think so. All right.
Yeah.
We kicked it this year, girl.
Yeah, girl.
Bye 2024. Hello 2025. Yes. And I'm Bianca.
I'm Hannah.
And we are Taking Back Sunday.